Whether you think so or not, it is quite possible that you could be charged one day with a crime. You might not think that that's possible, but in fact it could be if you were driving under the influence. And people may not realize, Bubba, that it's actually a crime. It's not, it would be equivalent to other crimes. You have law enforcement and criminal courts, and you have the potential in some situations for spending time in prison.
You do. In fact, people don't understand that the only two things you have to do to have a DUI is to intend to consume the impairing substance, which is usually alcohol, but it could be prescription drugs, over-the-counter drugs, it could be anything, including plant materials like marijuana, and the intent to drive. And that's the only two things you have to know. You don't have to have specific intent to be an impaired driver. And so people are always asking me, well, what do I do if I'm pulled over? Well, the best thing you can do is protect your legal rights. And the way to do that is to do what the Constitution says you can do. You can remain silent if you're being questioned. Everything on the side of the road, field test, everything is voluntary. Handheld detectors, field sobriety test, walk and turn, one leg stand, follow a pin, blow into that handheld thing. All that's voluntary and optional. All you have to do is politely decline. And then the most important thing after that is that if you don't take the test, you could be suspended without any driving privileges. There's no work permit on a refusal. So I tell people, go ahead and take the officer's test, and then you have the right to your own independent tests or tests. First one you should go get is a blood test at a hospital nearby that you know, and that you know you can probably get in and pay for, and the officer has to accommodate you getting the money if you need to go to an ATM. And when you get the blood drawn, you're not going to get a number that night, so you may also want to ask for an additional breath test, which you're entitled to, and you can say, take me to a different police station. That way you have not given any unnecessary evidence to the roadway. You do have to tell them who you are. You have to show ID. But beyond that, you don't have to say anything. And it's much better to remain silent than to lie. Don't tell a lie at the side of the road saying, I haven't been drinking when you reek of alcohol. It's better just to